Good morning, class. Today is Tuesday. We're on lesson 30. It's on page 183. You'll need your books today, so have those open, page 183. Here are our objectives. Today you're going to learn how to name the fraction of a shape or a group that is shaded. Not only will we learn how to check out some that are shaded, but we'll also check out the unshaded part. And then how to name the percent for that, and you'll need your math folder to be able to do that. And then how to identify coin combinations as percents of the dollar. All right, in your math book, take a look at the first shape they give you at the bottom of 183. It's a circle divided into 6 there. It looks like this. And it's got one part shaded. Now, whenever we're going to take a look at a shape or a group of objects, we're going to always say part over a whole. Part over a whole. Later on, we're going to learn that there's some fancy names for that. This is the numerator over the denominator. And I always say denominator like that because we want the bigger number on the bottom. So first of all, the part is how many parts are shaded, and that answer is just 1. And then the whole is we got to count all of them, including the one we shaded. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1/6. You can't say 1/5. Some kids fall into that trap that we count the parts that are not shaded. It's not shaded over not shaded. It's shaded over all. Now, if we reverse that, we'd say, what was the unshaded part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the part over the whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. Now, a great way of checking if you did it right is you could take the shaded part and add it to the unshaded part, and you should get 6/6. Now, be careful because I haven't taught you that either, but you would say this. Add the numerator, keep the denominator. Whatever the denominator is, you keep that one. You'd add the top, keep the bottom. Take a look at example number 1. You have to turn the page down. At the top of the page, it doesn't have a shape. It has a whole bunch of circles. And it says, what fraction of circles is shaded? So go ahead. I'll quick draw this one for you guys. This one, there's 5 of them, and 3 are shaded. So let's go ahead, part over a whole, count the part that's shaded. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3. And the whole, we're going to count them all going around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3/5. Oh my goodness. Pretty easy stuff. All right, take a look at the next one. The next one, it says, what fraction of this circle is, now they put it in italics, that's important, not shaded. Sometimes they'll ask you for the not shaded part. This one is divided into fourths, and one part is shaded. So let's count the part first. Part over a whole. The part that's shaded is 1. And they said not, and I got tricked. Part that's not shaded. 1, 2, 3. And the total is, count with me, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you do not have to put these numbers around it. That's how I do it to make sure that I've counted them all. So the part that is not shaded is 3/4. Now what's the decimal point for 3/4? This is where your folder, let me grab mine. Sorry, it's bottom of the pile. This is where this folder is going to come in handy. Now, hopefully, you know that 3/4 of a dollar is 75. So your decimal point was 0.75. But you don't have to have that out memorized yet. We got a page that looks like this. It's on page 5, way in the back. Okay? And here's how this would work. You would look up the fourths at the top. There's 1/4, and the opposite of 1/4 is 3/4. And it's a little bit harder to see, but there it is, 3/4. And then you just look at 0.75. So it's going to ask you to find the decimal point of some of these, and it's 0.75. All the decimals will be less than 1. So it might be 0.25 if it was 1/4. It might be 0.50 if it was 1/2. And you got to get used to looking those up on this chart. I'll model that for you in our assignment today. All right, now we want to talk about percents of a dollar. The cool thing about percents of a dollar, or decimals of a dollar, is a dollar is always out of 100, and percents are always out of 100. And so if we look at the next page, it says what percent of this square is shaded, what decimal is shaded. Of course, in this one, you have it divided in half. And so we have 1 part over a half. If I use my chart, there's 1/2, and the decimal is 0.5, and the percent is 50%. Sometimes they'll ask you for all three. Those three things are related, and those three things all mean the same thing. 1/2, 5/10, 50%. Look at example number 4. It says 3/4 plus a dime is what percent of a dollar? 3/4. Each quarter is worth 25. So 25 times 3, of course, is 75 cents. And maybe you can count those. 25, 50, 75. And a dime is worth 10. We're going to add 10 more. And that gives us 85 cents. And I like to say it like this. 85 cents equals 85%. 85%. And it's an easy way to remember that. 85 cents equals 85%. Now, we want to make this percent sign look good. Some people write it like this, 85%. And that really looks like 85,010. And so we don't want our percent sign to look like we're going straight across. A percent sign has a circle at the top, a diagonal line, and a circle at the bottom. And when I get writing fast, even mine doesn't look that great. So make sure yours looks great. Okay, let's take a couple example ones, see if we have them. Take a look at the first triangle there in the lesson practice. It says, what fraction of the triangle is shaded? Now, don't get tricked by this triangle with triangles inside of it, okay? There's a lot of triangles inside of this big triangle, and if you just start going across, you'll be able to count. First of all, let's count the part, 1, and let's count the whole. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though this one's upside down, it's still a triangle. So 1/4 of that triangle is shaded. Now it asks, what percent is 1/4? Immediately I go to my, well, I know that 1/4 is a quarter, is 25 cents, is 25%. But if I wasn't sure, here I go, 1/4, there it is, 25%. We can fit both of those in this one. Let's look at C and D now. Take a look at C. It says, what decimal part, oh, sorry, that one's for this one too. What decimal part, and 25 cents is written with 0.25. These three things are related. 1/4, 25 cents, or 0.25, and 25%. Now look at the next picture. The next picture looks like a circle with half of it shaded. But not only is half shaded, it's divided. So let's count the part up first. 1, 2. And the whole. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2/4. Well, if we get rid of that middle line, what other fraction is there? Okay, 1/2. Now it wants you to know what percent. And if half of it is, in my green chart, I'm going to find out that, well, we already know a half. 1/2 equals 50%. 1/2 equals 0.5. Guys, this green folder, some of you guys have blue ones. It's going to be your best friend on the assignment for the lesson number 30. It's going to give you all the cheat sheets. All the cheat sheets that you need to be able to find these percents and decimals of a fraction. Remember, when we're concentrating on fractions, we're always talking about a part over a whole. Count the part first, then count the whole, including the shaded or unshaded part. All right, guys. God bless your day.